Hello everyone, we are from Group 3 and we would like to introduce ourselves first. My name is Zeti Elius.
Hi, my name is Nafitra binti Muhammad.
And hi, my name is Kairanisa Emilia binti Muhammad Amini.
What is compound interest? Compound interest is interest calculated not just on the original amount of money, called the principal, but also on any interest that has already been added. This means interest earns interest. So every time interest is added, that new total becomes the new principal for the next calculation. As a result, your money grows faster over time compared to simple interest. Now let's look at the formula for compound interest. The formula is S equal P bracket 1 plus I bracket 2 the power of n, where S is the maturity value or final amount, P is the original principal, the amount of money you start with, K is the annual nominal rate, the interest rate per year, M is the frequency of conversion, how many times the interest is compounded in 1 year, T is the time, how long the money is invested in year, I is the periodic interest rate calculated by dividing K by M, N is the total number of times the interest is applied, which is M times T. The formula helps us to calculate how much our money grows over time with compound interest.
Question 1. At the age of 21 years old, Khairul Amin achieved a total saving of Rm 20,500 education scheme from his parents. After spending 9.5% of the money, he planned to invest the money in an investment scheme for 40 years. He has two options to consider. Scheme 1. Public Communal. First 8 years, Public Communal offer an interest at 4.25% compounded every 2 months. For the next 6 years, Public Communal offer interest at 3.5% interest compounded every 4 months. For Scheme 2, ASD Bahat. First 8 years, ASD Bahat offer an interest at 4.21% compounded every 2 months. For the next 6 years, ASD Bahat offer an interest at 3.9% compounded every 6 months.
The question is, find the balance of the money for investment if the total saving is Rm 20,509.5% of the saving will be used for investment. To solve this, first we take the total saving, which is 20,500 ringgit. Then we calculate 9.5% of it. That gives us 1,947 ringgit and 50 cents. Next, we subtract that from the total saving and the result is 18,552 ringgit and 50 cents. So the balance of the money for investment is 8,552 ringgit and 50 cents. Calculate the total amount of money he will receive at the end of 14 years of each scam. Scam 1, Public Communal. First, I will explain Scam 1 under Public Communal. The total investment period is 14 years, which is divided into 8 years and 6 years. For the first 8 years, the principal is 18,552 ringgit and 50 cents. The interest rate is 4.25% per year, and it's compound every 2 months, which means 6 times a year. We use the compound interest formula. S equal P bracket 1 plus I bracket to the power of n, where I is the periodic rate 0.0425 divided by 6, and is the number of compounding period. 6 times 8 equals 14.8. After calculate the amount at the end of 8 years, 28,034 ringgit and 7 cents. For the next 6 years, the amount becomes the new principal. The new interest rate is 3.5% per year, compounded every 4 months. So there's time per year. Again, we're using the same formula. I is 0.035 divided by 3, and is the times 6, which is 18. After calculation, the final amount at the end of 14 years for Scam 1 is 32,078 ringgit and 64 cents. Now I will explain Scam 2 under ASD Berhad. This scam is also for 14 years, split into the first 8 year and the 6 year. For the first 8 year, the principal is the same, which is 80,552 ringgit and 50 cents. The interest rate is 4.21% per year, and it's compound every 2 months, 6 times a year. Using the formula S equal P bracket 1 plus I bracket to the power of n. I is 0.0421 divided by 6, and n is the 6 times 8, which is 48. After calculation, the amounts become 5,951 ringgit and 47 cents. For the next 6 years, the new amount of reinvested, the new interest rate is the 3.9% per year, compound every 6 months. That's 2 times per year. Using the same formula, I is 0.039 divided by 2, and is 2 times 6, which is 12. After calculation, the final amount at the end of 14 years for Scam 2 is 32,719 ringgit and 66 cents.
Question 1, Scheme 1. The principal given is 18,552.50 cents and the accumulated amount given is 32,078.64 cents. To find the interest earned, we need to use accumulated amount minus principal formula. So it will be 32,078.64 cents minus 18,552.50 cents. So the interest earned is 13,526.14 cents. For scheme 2, the principal given is 18,552.50 cents and the accumulated amount is 32,790 ringgit 66 cents. To find the interest earned, we also need the same formula. It is interest equal to accumulated amount minus principal, so it will be 32,790 ringgit 66 cents minus 80,552.50 cents. So the interest earned is 40,167 ringgit 60 cents.
So next is question D. Which scheme should Amin choose for his investment? Give a reason for your answer. Well, based on calculation of question 1B, Amin should choose SIM 2. This is because the amount he will receive at the end of 14 years, if he chooses SIM 2, is worth more than SIM 1. Next is annuity. What is annuity? Annuity is a series of periodic payment or deposits usually made in equal amount at equal intervals of time. Payment or computation of an annuity is computed by compound interest method. There's two of it. First, we have future value of ordinary annuity. Future value or accumulated value of an ordinary annuity is certain is the sum of all the future values of the periodic payment. Second, we have present value of ordinary annuity. The present value of an annuity is the sum of all the present value of the individual periodic payments. The present value must be at the beginning period of an annuity. Next, we have formula for annuity. First is the future value of ordinary annuity formula. We use the formula of S equal to R 1 plus I power n minus 1 over I. What is S? S is the amount of annuity at the end of investment. I is the interest rate per interest period. N is term of investment. And R is the periodic payments. And in order to find the interest earned for the future value, we need to use the formula of I equal to S minus NR. Next, we have the formula for the present value of ordinary annuity. We use the formula of A equal to R 1 minus 1 plus I power negative n over I. The only difference here is A. What is A? A is the present value of an annuity. And then, in order to find the interest earned for the present value, we need to use the formula of I.
Question 2. Benjamin started his first job at company XYZ and he is determined to save for his future. He is considering the two investment options shown in table 1. Option A, 2.4% compounded monthly amount invest in 250 ringgit. Option B, 3.8% compounded every 2 months. Amount invest is 430 ringgit. After working and investing consistently, Benjamin decided to buy a second-hand apartment priced at 260,000 ringgit. He paid 10% as a down payment and he paid the remaining amount to a house loan from Mesra Bank Berhad, offering their 0.8% compound monthly for 24 years.
Question 2A. For question 2A, we need to calculate how long it takes for Benjamin investment to grow to the amount of the down payment. For question 2A, we will use the annuity formula where S is equal to R times open bracket 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 close bracket and divide by I. For question 2A, option A, S is equal to 26,000. S is the amount of annuity at the end of investment. R is periodic payment. It is 2,050. And I is interest rate per interest period. It is 0.024 divided by 12 equal to 0.002. N is term of investment. It is 12 times T. We need to plug in the value. So it will be 26,000 equal to 250 times open bracket 1 plus 0.02 to the power of 12T minus 1 close bracket divided by 0.02. After simplify, we will get 1.208 equal to 1.002 to the power of 12t. Now we will solve the time using logarithm method. So it will be 12 equal to log of 1.208 divided by log of 1.002. That will give us t equal to t 7.88 year. For option B, it still use the same annuity formula where S is equal to R times open bracket 1 plus I close bracket to the power of n minus 1 close bracket and divide by I. In option B, R is equal to 430, S is equal to 26,000, I is equal to 0.038 divided by 6 equal to 0.006333 and n is equal to 60. We will plug in the value, so it will be 26,000 equal to 430 times open bracket 1.006333 close bracket to the power of n to the power of 60 minus 1 divided by 0.006333. And we will get 1.3829 equal to 1.006333 to the power of 60. Then we will use the logarithm method, so it will be 60 equal to log of 1.3829 divided by log of 1.006333. So t will equal to 8.55 years. So since the option A achieve the goal faster than option B, so Benjamin will choose the option A. Question 2b. Calculate the monthly payment for the house loan. The total cost of the house is 260,000 and the down payment is 10% times 260,000 equal to 26,000. So the amount borrowed from the bank is 260,000 minus 26,000 equal to 234,000. K is 0.038, M is 12, and I is 0.038 divided by 12 equal to 0.00367. The repayment period is 24 years, so N equal to 12 times 24 will give us 288 months. So to calculate the monthly payment, we need to use annuity formula, which is A equal to R times open bracket 1 minus open bracket 1 plus I to the power of negative N plus bracket all divided by I. Now we need to substitute the value into the formula. So 234,000 equal to R times open bracket 1 minus open bracket 1 plus 19 divided by 60,000 close bracket to the power of negative 288 close bracket all divided by 19 over 16,000. So the monthly payment for the bank is 1,239.75 cents for 24 years.
C. Calculate the total interest charged for the house loan. Benjamin took a loan of 234,000 ringgit. From question B, we found that he repays monthly for 24 years, which is 218 months. His monthly payment is 1,239 ringgit and 75 cents. To calculate the total interest, we use the formula I equal N times R minus A. Here, I is the total interest, N is the number of months we found in question B. R is the monthly repayment and A is the loan amount. So we multiply the monthly payment by the number of months, then subtract the loan amount. The total interest charge is 123,048 ringgit.
Next is question D. Benjamin failed to pay his house loan for 3 consecutive months due to financial constraint. How much should he pay on the 4th month to settle all the outstanding errors? First, we need to find how much the outstanding errors. As mentioned earlier, he failed to pay for 3 consecutive months, and he also want to make a payment for the 4th month. So we sum it all, and then we get the value of N equal to 4. And then we use the formula of S subscript 4 equal to R 1 plus I power N minus 1 over I. And then we insert the numbers, and then we get S subscript 4 equal to 1,239.75 cents, 1 plus 19 over 6,000 power 4 minus 1 over 19 over 6,000. And then we get the value of RM 4,982.60 cents. So next is question E. If Benjamin wants to settle the house loan after paying for 20 years, calculate the amount he needs to pay. So we need to convert 20 years into months. So we multiply it by 12. Then we will get 240 months. And then to be paid, we used N from question earlier, which is B, which is 288 minus 240. We will get 48 months. 48 months is our N. And then we use the formula of A subscript 48 equal to R 1 minus 1 plus I power negative N over I. So we insert all the number, then it will be like this. A subscript 48 equal to 1,239.75 cents, 1 minus 1 plus 19 over 6,000, power negative 48 over 19 over 6,000, and then we will get RM 55,125.31 cents.